powered by USB, and you just put the thing in a water bottle. You know, just one of them 8-ounce or 16-ounce bottles, or well, whatever water bottle. And it wasn't going to work, and then it started working. So I got my humidifier going. So that's good. I want to try to get some moisture in the air for my nose and that. So I'll send it back your way, Jim, KCFQB.
All righty. Yeah, because in wintertime, it's always a little dry. All righty. We'll see if Elmer's out and about this morning. KE8HNK, WB8, VMW. How about it, Elmer? Are you out on the X-Way? Well, he's probably busy, so we'll jump down and haven't heard Craig this morning. AA8CT, WB8, VMW. Good morning, Craig. How's everything with you? Dry, warm, or not?
WB8 VMW. Good morning, Jim. And it is not dry and it is not warm. But, you know, hey, it's fall time. No, I had the dogs out this morning and, wow, it's raining pretty hard down here in Shreve. And they got wet and so did I. But that's okay. It's not snow or ice, so I'm good with that. You got a list to do and time's a-ticking, so I'll say good morning to all of the pre-barometer netters out there. Have a wonderful day. Jim, thank you for doing what you do. We look forward to hearing from you every morning. And with that, this is AA8CT, back to KB8 BMW. And take care, my friend, and 73s, and we will see you down the log.
W8WKY.
All righty, Craig. Well, you stay warm and dry. All righty, Randy. KDA CFH WB8 VMW. Good morning, Randy, and how's the daughter? Everything going good, hopefully?
KD8 ZSH. Good morning, Jim. She's still in the hospital. It's kind of looking now like she's going to be there for a little while more. I spoke with a doctor yesterday, and they're just now starting to make some changes in her medications that they're giving her and trying to get things under control. I got a bad feeling this is going to be a long process, so we really appreciate the prayers. Other than that, we're just getting by day. We're able to get down there each day and see her. Back to you, Jim.
All righty, Randy. Well, you give her a little kiss on the forehead and tell her we're all thinking and praying for her and that she'll come out on the top of this, whatever it is, and get it behind her and get back to normal again. All righty. Well, I gotta check with Tom down there because I think maybe his critters are in rowboats, and we'll find out here. KA8MNT WB8 VMW. How about it, Tom? Does those critters in your backyard need some gopher wood for an ark? Because I got some extra in my garage.
WB8 VMW, KA8MNT. Good morning, Jim, and everybody else. Yeah, it's kind of wet out there right now. We've got just about an inch of rain, and it just stopped raining for a few minutes here. So it's giving them a reprieve, I think. But unfortunately, it's supposed to pick up and start raining all day long. So I thought I saw a couple of canoes out there, but and maybe one or two kayaks. So I think they got that well under hand, and I think they'll survive it. But you know, you never can tell. I'm not going to worry until I see them starting to fish and start pulling bass or something out of my backyard. Okay, well, with that, I'm going to turn everything back over to you, Jim. This is KA8MNT, back to WB8VMW.
Okay. Well, yeah, you keep your eye on them, and if you start pulling bass and bluegill out of your backyard, let me know. I'll bring my fishing pole. We'll come down and we'll sit there and tell lies and fish. Alrighty, well, we'll go down to Mark and see if it's raining down in his area. WB6, BJN, WB8 BMW. Good morning, Mark. And what is it? Is you got rain down there?
Hey, good morning, Jim, and good morning to everyone on the net. No, it's not raining now. I think the rain is pretty much over for a little while. We might get some more on Saturday and Sunday. We got a lot of rain yesterday. We got about an inch and 22 hundredths, almost an inch and a quarter yesterday. So it rained all day yesterday. Not not big downpours, but pretty much a good steady soaking rain. Currently 29.81.3, and it is rising. That's the reason I think the rain is over. Barometer's rising. We got down to 29.63 yesterday when that low pressure came through. 46.9 degrees, and it feels like 42. We got a little bit of wind giving us a wind chill, but feels like 42. Temperature's 46. 97% on the humidity, about 45 or so on the dew point. Wind northwest at 3, gusting to 9. I've seen winds up higher than that, though. We've had a trace of rain today, and yesterday we had 1.20 inches of rain. So we stayed home and celebrated Sarah's birthday. She didn't want anything real big for special for dinner. She said, I'll just take a pot pie. She loves her pot pies. And she says, but I will take a bowl of popcorn. So I made her a bowl of popcorn. We sat and watched a couple of movies, and together, and had a good birthday for Sarah. Back to you there, Jim, WB6BJ.
All righty, Mark. Well, you be sure to wish her a happy birthday from the whole crowd here, and hope and glad that she didn't have a headache and ruin her birthday. So you guys stay safe and stay well. All right, now we'll get some Outlanders, because I think Fred's already took Ray in the house, and he's on the couch. K5 CFY WB8 BMW.
WB8 BMW K5 CFY. Good morning, Jim and the crew. Good to hear everybody out there. Good to hear John's talking about the cruise and all the stuff. That's pretty interesting. But it's 42 degrees, feels like 38. We do have a little bit of 5 mile an hour north wind today, but no rain expected. But anyway, I think the humidity is up about 90%, and dew points at 39%. But anyway, we had a good walk. Everything is drying out, and with all the wind we had the last couple of days, the leaves are starting really falling and turning colors, but I don't think much going to get much color this year for some reason. But anyway, give it back to you there, John. Give it back to you there, Jim. And I'm not sure who's going to run, but anyway, thoughts and prayers are with Fred there. I think he said he going to have a Operation Heart. I think that's what he said. But anyway, thoughts and prayers are with all the other folks as well. We'll give it back to you. Have a good one. K5 CFY.
All righty, Ray. Yeah, well, we wish the best for him also. Let me see. Okay, we got to go down where it's always nice and warm and dry. And let me see. Well, I had the pretty one yesterday, so we're going to try for the short straw. W8JAX, WB8 BMW. Good morning, Rod.
Well, good morning there, Jim, and to all on the pre-net. This is W8JAX, Portable Pedestrian, the short straw. You were right, you got me this morning under clear skies down here in Jacksonville. The stars are shining down on us. I don't see any moon up there at the moment, just a faint glow over the Atlantic for the start of a sunrise, but that's about 45 minutes away for us at this point, sunrise, but there is a faint glow, so it's coming. But we're starting out a little cool for Florida. We're at 53 degrees down here, and we're going to only be going up to 70, so we're definitely below normal temperatures here in Florida, but it's going to be a sunny day. Back to you there, Jim. Thanks for giving us a call. W8JAX, Portable Pedestrian.
W8WKY.
All righty, Rod. Well, yeah. Well, we ain't going to wish anything on you, like we got up here. Because you put up with that enough, and then you moved down there where it's nice and warm and everything. Well, I hope you and Wendy and K9LUCY and Missy and always the kids. Everybody stay safe, stay well. All righty, well, we only got about a minute and a half, so I'm running out of, I'm not running out of people, I'm running out of time. I don't know who's taking over for Gary today if he's not out there. Gary, are you listening? And who's going to run the net this morning after I make a mess of it? Oh, and Judy's waving.
All right, Jim. No, I'm here. Yeah, like a bad penny. You can't get rid of me either. Not only do I keep coming back, yeah. Okay, yeah. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Back to you. WB8 BMW. This is AA8CS.
All righty, Gary. Well, yeah, we got a few of them, like LJ and Al and them. And so we'll just turn it over to you, and you can make it official. And we was sort of listening to John this morning about his cruise. I got just the tail end of it. Hey, and I even got to go on the Barometer Net twice, 1 and 2. I heard that their sweet voice out there, Nancy. And, of course, let me see, the other one. It wasn't you, though. It was somebody else, Dustin. Alrighty, it is 7 o'clock, 14 seconds into your time, so AAACS, custom select in some circles, WB8 BMW, turn it over to you. Everybody be safe, be well, and back to net.
All right, thanks for that, Jim. CQ, this is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, Barometer Net on the W8WKY repeater, 147.39 megahertz, the PL's 114.8. This control net open to any and all licensed amateurs. Please direct traffic through net control. Emergency traffic and priority traffic is welcome to break into this net at any time. Your net control operator this morning is Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra. The name here is Gary. All right, Jim, good to hear you, and you tell that lovely bride of yours that I said hello.
Yep. All right, let's get this show on the road. 88VMM to lead us off. Good morning, Brian. How wet is it out there? Is it wet or is it wetter? 88VMM to take it. AA8CS, TLB, you're on deck.
Hey, good morning, Gary. Everybody in net. Yeah, it's pretty wet. I had 45 degrees for my overnight low. So far, it started raining around probably 10 o'clock last night. I got 0.67 so far. So. And, yeah, it's steady rain. And pretty dark, too. So smooth running in Akron. I didn't see any issues, so see what happens. And I heard some wrecks up north, up by Cleveland on the broadcast radio, but that's up north. So. And that's what I have, so stay dry out there. KD8VMM, I'll be clear.
KD8TLB, I'm sorry, KD8VMM, mobile, AA8CS. Brian, safe travels out there, buddy, and thanks for leading us off this morning. All right, we're going to clear with VMM and the aforementioned TLB. Let's see if Randy's with us. KE8TLB to take it. AA8CS. Ray, CFY, you're on deck.
Hey, Gary. Good morning, everyone. I'm here this morning. This is Kilo Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8TLB, raining in the brake limo. Got the brake truck in the garage, up off the ground, and going to do some more undercoating on it next 4 days. But anyhow, appreciate you getting me in, Gary, and hope everyone stays dry today. I'm going to, I'm not working in the lumberyard anymore, so yeah, I'm going to stay dry. All right, this is Kilo Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8TLB, 73. God bless everyone. Have a great day.
Oh, yeah, Randy, I remember you in the lumberyard. Yeah, I do remember those days. All right, man, you take care. Be dry and have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. All right, we're going to clear with TLB. Let's head out west. Midwest, anyway. K5CFY. Ray, you with us this morning? This is AA8CS and Nancy, OZZ. You're on deck.
AHCS. This is K5CFY. Good morning, Gary, and all the other netizens out there. Good to hear everybody. And Randy, good luck on the undercoating on the truck. I think when I did it on my Bronco, I got more on me than I did on the Bronco. But anyway, good luck with that. Not much going on. It's finally quit raining, but it's still cold. The wind is stopped for today, but looks like it's going to get up in the upper 50s maybe. So anyway, Gary, thanks for running the net. Always do a wonderful job. Good to hear you yesterday on the Barometer Net where, Dustin and Nancy, I think, had 80-some-odd check-ins for 2 hours. That's pretty good. Anyway, I'll give it back to you, Gary. Thanks for getting me in, and we'll give it back to you and let you find Miss Nancy. K5CFY. Back to you, Gary.
All right, thanks, Ray. Do appreciate that. The good news about the undercoating, you won't rust. Oh, man. All right, Ray. Always a pleasure, my friend. Take care, and we'll talk soon. Clearing with CFY. Let's pick up the Oz, KI5OZZ. Good morning, Nancy. Next up, we're heading to Jacksonville. Nancy, what's up this morning? This is AA8CS.
AA8CS and the rest of the Barometer netizens, good morning from KI5OZZ, where the caffeination is happening, and so is the washing of jars. I got the opportunity to go clean out a pantry from a house that was built in the 70s, and get all of the jars, the canning jars, out of the pantry, and there was at least 2 gross of them, and most of which were filled, and tops disintegrated, contents dehydrated. So yeah, getting those cleaned out is going to be all kinds of fun. So, but it has started, and I'm hoping to finish by the end of the weekend. And there you go. So back over to you. Good morning, everyone, from KI5 OZZ 73.
All right, Nancy, very good. Yeah, we used to have, I don't know if we had grosses or is it grossi? I'm not sure. Yeah, we probably did have grosses. Mom and we had a garden that was about an acre. It was about an acre, and Dad planted it all with his Montgomery Ward garden tractor with the plow and a disc and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you can take the man out of the country, but you just can't take the country out of the man. All right, Nancy, always a pleasure. Talk to you soon. We're going to clear with OZZ. Let's head down south to Jacksonville. K8JAX with WHJAX and K9LUCY. Rod, Wendy, Lucy, how are all y'all? This is AA8CS.
Well, good morning there, Gary, and to all on the net. This is WHJAX, and we are Portable Pedestrian along with 2 others here.
Good morning there, Gary. This is K8JAX along with K9LUCY and some geese in the background. You might hear them every once in a while. I hope you have a terrific Thursday.
Yeah, we have clear skies down here. I don't see a cloud in the sky, but boy, that gave us some cold temperatures overnight, 53. And we're only going up to 70 today. That's almost 10 degrees below normal, so it's going to be a chilly day in Florida. But the sun is rising out over the Atlantic there. There's a glow in the sky here, and our sunrise officially is at 7:39 this morning. That's about 15 minutes before you guys. But boy, I tell you, I'm looking forward to the time change, so we'll be able to walk in the daylight starting next week at this, actually Sunday morning. Okay, we'll turn it back to Net there. Thanks for giving us a call, Gary. WHAAX, Portable Pedestrian.
All right, my very best to both you and Wendy, Rod, and I did want to thank you for picking up Fred's, I think it was Wednesday next week. Tuesday and Wednesday, Fred has a procedure, so he'll be out. Anyway, thank you for that. We're going to clear with the JAXs. Let's get our mobiles or short time in here. If you're mobile, come on down. I'm going to get you before you get destinated. This is AA8CS. And I'm listening.
Alpha 8, Charlie Tango, Craig, mobile short time.
KE8 OWX, mobile.
Whiskey 8, Sierra Tango, Uniform 2, Sugar Isle, OBS.
This is Matthew saying good morning.
AA8CS, this is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf KD8 SLG. Nick down the farm. Short, please.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie, Foxtrot Charlie, Randy, Drumwell, in and out.
Kilo Delta 8, Hotel Alpha Golf, KD8 HAG, Tim, mobile in and out.
AA8CS, this is Kilo Echo 8 Victor, Quebec X-Ray, KE8VQX Joe, and Akron,
I guess I'm going to have to be short time, Gary.
Alpha Delta 8 Papa Juliet AD8 TJ Al in Solon, in and out this morning.
KF8 CNG in North Olmsted, in and out.
November 8, Yankee Mike Yankee, N8 YMY, John will be in and out this morning, 7-3.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Romeo Zulu, Gary in Elmore, West Virginia, KF8 ERZ.
All right, we got a list. Here we go. AA8CT mobile, KE8OWX mobile. Let's see, and Tim, KD8HAG mobile. I have you in and out, Tim, but you guys stand by. We'll get to you just in 1 second. KJ5DIT's in there, KE8UIB mobile. Almost missed you there, John. KD8SLG short time, KF8CFC in and out, KD8HAG. Again, mobile, Tim, I got you in and out. KE8VQX Joe, short time, stand by. We'll get to you in a second. 88PJ Al from Solon, good to hear you. I have you in and out. KF8CNG, I have you in and out. N8YMY, I have you in and out. And last but certainly not least, Terry, stand by. We'll get to you in just a second. KF8ERZ. All right, mobiles first. AA8CT to take it. AA8CS on this end. KE8OWX on deck.
AA8CS, this is AA8CT. Good morning, Gary, and it will be short because I'm just about destinated. To all the Barometer Netters, have a wonderful day. It is wet out here, and yeah, but it's not snowing, so it's good. Take care. Thank you for doing what you do, and we will talk to you down the log. AA8CT, back to AA8CS, and have a wonderful day. Go out and make somebody smile because it'll make you feel better. Take care, my friend.
All right, Craig, thanks for that. Thanks for being here. Talk again soon. KE8OWX is up. Mobile, Thomas. You, sir. This is AA8CS, and let's see. UIB, you're on deck.
Well, good morning, Gary. We're doing all right, but boy, is it it's a dark and wet morning here. It was hard to see some of the lines on the road. Thank goodness the highways have those RPMs, those raised pavement markers, because it's really dark. But other than that, we're sipping some coffee. Gonna jump in the office real quick and then scoot for off-site meeting. So. Everybody have a good one, and I'll turn it back to you. KE8OWX.
KE8OWX. Good morning to you, Thomas, and always a pleasure when we get a chance to chat a little bit. Take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, because it is, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Clearing with OWX. Let's pick up KE8UIB Mobile. Good morning, John. What's happening? KE8UIB, AA8CS. I get this feeling I mangled something. If you're out there, John, come on down. All right, I mangled something. Sorry about that, and I'm equally sorry to whoever it is I missed. All right, we'll do a quickie here in just a second. KD8SLG, short time. Good morning, Nick. How you doing? And what's happening in your world today?
AA8CS, this is KD8SLG. Good morning, Gary, and all the Barometer netizens.
dark and wet out there this morning, Gary. Got a bunch to do. Would really like to sleep in, but got to get going. Had a great time on the Beacon Net last night. Josh and Lucy run a fine show, I got to tell you. Maps Hamfest Sunday, hope to see a bunch of you there. Best one of the year locally around here. Anyway, methinks it's going to be a big one. Talk to you later on, Gary. KD8SLG, back to net control.
Oh, roger that. Cuyahoga Falls puts on a pretty good fest. But when you factor the Maps Museum into the equation, that kind of takes the cake. I mean, the venue, you can't beat that. All right, we're going to clear with you. Nick, you take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. We'll talk to you again real soon. Out to Arkadelphia, KJ5DIT. Matthew, you're up, and Terry, ERZ, you're on deck.
Good morning. I got one roaring, one's wanting candy. She's getting ready for her party today. Which I've got to attend. They're all getting ready. The house is moving. You guys have a terrific Thursday. 7-3.
W8WKY.
All right, thanks for stopping by there, Matthew. It sounds like you have quite the show going on there. Quite the show. All right, Matthew, we're going to clear with you. Take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. Let's head down to West Virginia. KF8ERZ. Terry, how you doing this morning?
Good morning, Gary, and everybody on the net. This is KF8ERZ. I'm doing great. Just drinking my first cup of coffee and getting ready. I'm going to go to the church to work again today and try to get some things wrapped up. And got the guy coming to service the piano. I got to meet with him. And it's kind of a rainy, chilly day. It's 48 degrees here in West Virginia. It's a nice drizzle out, but I guess we need the rain, so I ain't complaining. Going to be nice after today, so that's good. But anyway, it's good to hear everybody on there. Thank you for taking my check-in, and as always, thank you for letting me be part of this wonderful group in this net. And with that, I'll say 73 to everybody. God bless. This is KF8ERZ.
Okay, Terry, no worries, man. Anybody can tolerate us is welcome, that's for sure. All right, we're going to clear with ERZ. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, Terry. We'll talk again soon. Next up, KE8VQX. Joe, I almost overlooked you there. You still with us? This is AA8CS.
AA8CS, this is KE8VQX. Yeah, I'm still here, Gary. That's kind of what happens to me in restaurants. That's apparently I turn invisible in there, in those places. But glad you got back to me. I probably didn't need to be short time, but I'm waiting for the gas man. So if I had not gone short time, he'd show up early, or he'd show up early, and now he probably won't show up till 11:59. Later on. So anyway, thanks for getting me in. This is KE8VQX. Back to AA8CS.
No worries, Joe. Yeah, what I did was you were right in the middle, literally, of the five in and out folks this morning. And I wrote ST in front of you and IO in front of the others. And you kind of got mixed up in there. That's all. Just, I don't know. That wasn't necessarily senility, more blind in one eye, can't see out of the other kind of thing. All right. Take care. We'll talk again soon. All right, let me take a moment and re-identify this as the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net on the W8WKY repeater. The name here is Gary. The call is AA8CS. And I'm going to grab a quick second here, reset everything. All right, I'm looking for check-ins. This is AA8CS, and I am listening.
KF8AHK on mobile, in and out.
KF8 Fox Marine Victor, KC8 FQB morning.
And WB6BJN, Gary, you probably already have us penciled in, just making sure. WB6BJN for weather.
Yes, this is November 8th, November Victor, name and uniform mobile.
KE8 UIB, John, mobile.
KC1 BQS, Paul in Maine.
QFA, Sir Foxtrot, sir. Mark the monitor. I don't know if you got me, Gary.
All right, I'm going to pick it up here. Here's who I have. KF8AHK Mobile. I have KE8SFS. I have KC8FQV, KE8UIB, KC1 VQS, and KE8SFS. Oh, I got you twice, Mark. All right, let's see. Let's get our mobile station. I know I missed somebody in there. KF8AHK Mobile to take it. AA8CS, go ahead.
AA8CS, KF8HK Mobile. Just arrived at the work site, so I'll say good morning, everybody. Be safe driving. The road conditions could be a little slick and it's hard to see. But anyways, back to net and set 3.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like perfect conditions out there. Wet, slickery, and can't see. All right. Listen, safe travels. And you take care. Enjoy the day. Remember, it's thoroughly, let me say that again, terrific Thursday. All right. Let's see. Yes, Mark, WB6BJN, N8WS, AGW, and MNT. You guys are all penciled in. We'll get to you here in just a second. Let's see. KE8UIB Mobile to take it. AA8CS. Good morning.
AA8CS, KE8UIB. Good morning, Gary. Everybody out there on the net on this thoroughly terrific Thursday morning. And, I'm doing a lovely drive here from Massillon to Hartville, and it is wet and it is dark, you guys. So that is that for sure. It's very dark and, yeah, it's wet. So, hey. So everybody out traveling, be careful today. Gary, and you, sir, I should be reaching out to you this morning. I think all the Club of Pearl is ready to go. So when I get into work, I'll take a quick glance at things, and then I should be getting a hold of you. And with that, I hope everybody else is. I hope everybody has a terrific Thursday. And this is KE8UIB living that $5 dream, a nickel at a time. I will hand this back to Net Control 7-3, y'all. Thanks for the net, Gary.
All right, John, before you go, hey, I wanted to ask how the preparation for your new machine is going, and is it still on time for, I think, delivery this week, maybe? Or maybe it was already delivered this week. Let me know what's going on. Back to you. UIB to take it. AA8CS.
AA8CS for KA8UIB. The original game plan was supposed to ship on the 17th of October, and that fell through. Lawson's had, the manufacturer had taken their time to get stuff apart and couldn't set up a switch the way I wanted it to, so we got everything worked out, and as of yesterday, I got the confirmation it was ready to ship, so we're hoping sometime by this time next week or next Friday it'll be arriving, and with that, I still got a little bit of preparation to do for it. But, you know, it's also our peak season, so it's definitely been a challenge, kind of a fun challenge, but a challenge. With that, this is K8UIB. I'll hand this back over to you, Gary. 7-3, y'all.
All right, thanks, John. I know you're going to be happy when you get that thing set up. All right, K8UIB, we're going to clear with you. Let's see. Let's see what Paul's up to. KC1 VQS to take it. AA8CS. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Gary, and everyone on the net. Yeah, we have 40 degrees and cloudy with a little fog. It's supposed to be sunny today, but I don't know. And rain tomorrow. And it looks like we're going to get a decent amount, which is a good thing because we need it very badly. Our leaves are all down, mostly. Just the oaks are left. And I got to try out my new leaf blower yesterday, which is works really well. So leaf cleanup this year is going to be a lot easier. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. It's a little loud, though, but hey, what can you do? I'll use ear protection and all of that stuff. So I'm sitting here with the pup. She's asleep on her bed, and I'm on my second cup of coffee, listening to the net, and just kind of enjoying the morning. So I'll turn it back to you, Gary. We'll talk tomorrow. KC1BQS, back to net.
W8WKY.
All right, Paul. You know, I've had moments like that, too, when I look back and say, why didn't I do this, like, I don't know, sometimes maybe a decade or so. All right, Paul, we're going to clear with you. Enjoy the cloudy weather that should be sunny, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Clearing with VQS, let's pick up KE8SFS. Mark, good morning. This is AA8CS. And the other Mark, FQV, excuse me, you're on deck.
Yeah, good to hear you, Gary. And everybody. We got 45 degrees here. And of course, like rain, it's going to be like this all day long. It's going to depress me because I got to move things from one storage to another storage. And they're in boxes. They're going to get wet. Why you got to pick on me today on this weather? You know? Gas price is $2.77 to $2.79 all around Woodburn. And let me drop this for a bit. Yeah, I got things in the storage, but I got to move it from one storage to another storage. And because I need more room. And I went to a 5x10 to a 10x10 by 8 and storage. But this got to happen to me. My luck, you know. It got to rain today, you know. Why you got to rain today? Why couldn't it just rain tomorrow when I got things today I got to do, you know? I mean, you got to pick on me, you know. But other than that, doing okay and everything. And I guess that's pretty much it right there. And so I'll give it back to you, Gary. You're running the net good. Here at the 8 Serapoptos there.
All right, Mark, remember, raindrops keep falling on your head. They keep falling. Yes, they do. All right, we're going to clear with SFF. You know, you can dodge them or do it some other day. Yeah, it would be my recommendation, Mark. All right, clearing with SFS. Let's pick up FQV. Good morning, Mark. This is AA8CS. And Dan, K8AGW, you're on deck.
All right, good morning, Gary. Case set up QV. Yeah, there are all kinds of little things I got going, well, to mention. Well, first, it's 45 degrees out here. 71 is on the north side, inside. So, and 59 on the other side. But that's where it sits for the winter now. And, of course, on the roads, back in about 08, 09, when they widened 43 here, the park helped do the study when they widened from the center of Aurora up to the Jogga Lake. And they were done. They had it paved and striped and everything. And the one council member said to the service director, "Where are my lines when it rains?"
All right, Mark, we'll hear from you later in the net. I don't know what you did, but you disappeared, like the lines. All right, KC8FQV, we're going to clear with you. Let's head up to the North Coast. K8AGW, Dan to take it. AA8CS, good morning.
Morning, everybody, from K8AGW. Quite wet up there. And we have welcome rain because we're out and work with the leaves and everything. The ground's still quite dry, so we don't want any of that electric in the air, but we'll take the nice easy rain all day. And cleaned up the yard yesterday, nice and slick. I took my garbage container out this morning to the curb before the net. Well, these back down again, so I got some more work cut out for me when the weather permitting. So, but I had fun, got a little movement, exercise, and come in and Mama Fran and I had a good night's sleep. So good old fresh air and the breeze off the lake. So working on my coffee here and. Got the vent open here to break a little chill, and we're comfortable and enjoying the net there, Gary. And traffic's moving pretty good for you this morning. Hope we can get Gary number 60 today. With that, 73, everybody have a terrific Thursday, and be warm, be dry, be safe, and be healthy. And with that, KHEW, send them back to net control.
All right, Dan, very good. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. Perfect formula for success. K8AGW, we're going to clear with you. Let's pick up Tom, KA8MNT, to take it. And next up, the weather duo. KA8MNT, good morning, Tom. What say you?
AACS, this is KA8MNT. Well, good morning, Gary, and everybody else that is on the net this morning. Wow, it is dark outside. Can't see my hand in front of my face out there. And so we're starting today off with 45 degrees with dew point at 44, and humidity is 99%, and they say it's a dry humidity, which I can't believe that. Let's see, there's no wind out there whatsoever, and we've had 0.94 of an inch of rain so far since midnight. So, and it's supposed to continue the rest of the day. Barometer sitting at 29.63. Today's high is going to be 48, cloudy with 100% chance of rain. So that just means one thing. If you haven't gotten your garden ready for fall or your grass cut, You ain't gonna do it today, that's for sure. As I reported to Jim, I've seen some little kayaks and canoes out in the backyard with the squirrels and the groundhogs and stuff out there floating around. So, like I told him, I'm not going to worry about it until they start pulling bass and bluegill out of the yard. Then I'm going to worry. Let's see, what else is going on? The obvious, this coming Sunday, November 2nd, we've got two things going on. Excuse me. Two things going on. First of all, we turn our clocks backwards for 1 hour. And then we have the Maslin Hamfest. If you're a vendor, doors will open at 5 till 8, and then from 8 till I think like 1 o'clock or so is going to be open to the public. And you get tickets to get in is $8 at the door. And that's $8 is worth it, because you not only get to be at the Hamfest, you also get to be in the Maps Museum. So with that, I'm going to grab a quick nickel. KA8MNT back. You know, I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if we could put ourselves in the dryer for about 10 minutes and come back out wrinkle-free and 3 sizes smaller? With that, I'm going to say 7 threes, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling. This is Kilo Alpha 8. Mike November Tango, turning everything back over to the Academy Award-winning for Best Actor, AA8CS.
KA8MNT, this is AA8CS. All right, Tom, I'm blushing. Yeah, for sure. KA8MNT, thanks for the chuckle, as always. Love to hear it, Tom. Love to hear it. And wouldn't that be a concept? Yeah, I'd like it. Wrinkle-free. You know what? You throw in one of those dryer sheets, you smell good, too. M8WS to take it. AA8CS, BJN, you're on deck. What do you say, Bill?
AA8CS in the group, N8WS. Good morning, fearless leader. I say it's raining outside. Yeah, everybody knows that. Air quality index this morning is 23. That's in the good range. The rain's washing all the dirt out of the air. Yeah, this thing ain't gonna work right. So we'll skip it. I got 44 degrees this morning. Humidity, 96%. Wind speed northeast at 10 miles an hour. Brown rate, 29.68. 2.43 degrees. Visibility, 6 miles. Prediction for today. Rain. High near 50, breezy with a northeast wind, 14 to 20 miles an hour, gusting as high as 32 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation, 100%. Now, let's see if we can do it. My sunrise, 7:57. My sunset, 6:29. Length of day, 10 hours, 31 minutes. Solar flux indices at 118. Sunspot number 68. A is 20. K is 4. geomagnetic field is active. E-skip predicted in Europe on 50 megahertz. No, I didn't check the bands yet. Too early. Tropo was at a 0. Let's see if I already did that. Spaceweather.com. A strong far side solar activity. I can talk this morning. Got up too late. For the second time in a week, significant CMEs have emerged from the far side of the sun. Here it is. It's a link. You can look at it. Source is probably old sunspot 4246, currently transiting the far side of the sun. Oh well. And rapid brightening of Comet Atlas. Well, we all know what Comet Atlas isn't. It is a comet. A strange one. Got a lot of funny anomalies about it that we've never seen before in a comet. But it's still a comet. Pretty good article if you read it. It's not too big. It's got a lot of good information, though. That's about it for me. Gary, everybody have a great rest of the week. Enjoy the weekend coming up. AA8CS in the group, 7-3 everyone, and AWS.
NAWS, AA8CS. All right, Bill, very good, very nice report. You know, I don't know if this is the same, I don't think this is the same comet, but they were talking about a comet that this physics professor from Harvard was talking on the news about it being extraterrestrial. Like from, well, I mean, I don't know. I really should have paid more attention to it, which I did, but it was gone before I could figure it out. I'm going to have to investigate that. They were talking about it could be aliens is what I'm trying to get at. And it's hard to say that on the air. All right, we're going to clear with you, Bill. Let's pick up Mark. WV6BJN to take it. AA8CS on this end.
Very good, Gary. Good morning. WB6BJN. Yeah, you know, there's always that other side. Well, it could be aliens. They haven't proven we've ever seen any aliens. I personally don't think it's aliens. I think it's just a comet, something that's out there. But they like it. It'll be interesting to see what that is. It's on the other side of the sun. I did hear about it as well. In fact, we were talking about it on one of the other frequencies this morning. Anyway, let's talk about Earth weather. Earth weather. Let me take my conditions here first. 29.83.4, and it is rising. This time yesterday, we were down in the 2960s, to about 2969, 2968. So that low pressure area is going by us. 46.6 degrees. Feels like 44 degrees. Dew point's about 46. Humidity 95%. Very moist out there. 5 miles an hour is the peak wind. 4 gusting to 9 from the northeast. So we got northeasterly drier flow coming in. We had a trace of rain this morning early. Yesterday we had 1.20 inches. So that big low pressure area that kept Melissa from striking the United States gave us a lot of rain. So it was a good thing. It gave rain to where rain was needed, and it was responsible for keeping Melissa, that horrible storm that hit Jamaica, Cuba, and the Bahamas, and now it's going to die eventually after it leaves, goes to the northwest of Bermuda, will become extratropical and go away and leave us all alone. But that low pressure area over the southern United States was responsible for batting that out of the way like a baseball bat and knocked it out of the way to keep it away from the U.S. So thank God for that. It looks like a drying out for Tennessee as that low pressure area heads to the east. Let me take a break. Looks like that will keep us dry through Halloween tomorrow and tomorrow night. Temperatures could get down pretty chilly out in the 30s. Through parts of the Midwest, the same thing. The Midwest is going to be subjected next week to a low carved out over the Midwest, and that could bring some what we call Alberta clippers down to parts of the northern Midwest into parts of Michigan, so that could bring some unsettled weather there. California, very warm. The same for the Rockies as high pressure starts to rebuild into the west. But by the middle part of next week, it looks like another fairly strong low pressure area could move on to the California coast, could bring chances of rain. The models are kind of split right now on that, and half the models say, nope, it's going to stay away, and the other half say, nope, they're going to get some rain. Right now, they're leaning toward rain, backed up by the Climate Prediction Center that says from the 4th of November to the 8th, that 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlook calls for above normal precipitation there. That might shift our pattern and in some of the Midwest to a drier pattern. We'll see how that works out. And our precip would be a little below average and temperatures around average. For the tropics, nothing big going on in the tropics. Melissa will die, yay, and she will go away becoming extra tropical by Saturday. Head into Canada, and as it gets under colder waters, it'll die a quick death. Back to you there, Gary. In Florida, going to be down into the 50s and 60s overnight, and only the highs in the 70s. That's nice for Florida with dry air and no rain through the weekend. Back to you, sir. WB6BJ.
All right, thanks, Mark. I got to say, I am pleased to hear that you heard about that that scuttlebutt about the comp. You never know, though, man. I tell you. Of course, it's a long way to get wherever you want to go in the universe, I suppose. So it might take a while. Mark, thanks for being here. Do appreciate that. All right, let me take a moment, re-identify this as the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net on the W8WKY repeater. The name here is Gary. The call is Alpha 8, Charlie Sierra, custom select in some circles. And I'm looking for check-ins. If you'd like to join us, come on down. This is AA8CS, and I'm listening.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf, K4 OG, Mark and Copley.
Reset NAWS.
W8TXX, mobile in and out. Have a great one, Gary.
Kilo Delta 8, Quebec, Mike 8, QMP, Thomas, Olmsted Township, checking in.
Please copy November 8, X-ray, November Victor, name is Jeff, and I'm mobile.
Whiskey 2, Alpha Julian Victor, Anthony in southern New Jersey.
November 8, Bravo, Alpha, Yankee.
Delta Tango Papa, KF8, DTP, Lori in and out.
November 8, Bravo, Alpha, Yankee, N8, BAY, Ralph in Stowe.
Whiskey 8, Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, W8 HRF, Josh Mobile, good morning.
Hill, John in Strasburg.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-ray, KE8, VOX, Scott and Vermilion.
KF8 CLO, Mark in Middlefield.
KF8 EOG, Pete and Leroy, in and out. Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Oscar Golf.
Kilo Zulu 8, Bravo Lima Delta, Brian Mobile, in and out. KZ8 BLD.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta X-Ray Uniform, KF8 DXU, Brad and Independence, in and out.
Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform, Quebec. All right, nicely done. Here's who I have, K4OG, WA8GXX Mobile. I have you in and out, Tom. Good to hear you this morning. KE8QNP, Thomas, XNV Mobile, Jeff, stand by. We'll get right to you, sir. We also have K2AJV, Anthony, in 8BAY. Lori was in and out, KE8TA, I'm sorry, I think it was KF8. Lori, I don't know why I keep messing with your call, but got you in the log, KF, and I'll double check the call. KF8, DTP, W8HRF, Josh, have you in there, KE8VOX, KF8CLO, and a couple in and outs here, KF8EOG, KZ8BLD, KF8DXU, all in and out, and last but certainly not least, Philip, KE8YUQ. That's who we have. Let's get N8WS with his recheck. Go ahead, Bill. And XNV Mobile, Jeff, you're on deck.
AHCS and group heading. When you look for information about the comet, look at where it came from. They traced it back to its origin. It's 10 million years old. Think about how long it's been traveling the planet, or where it came from. The star that it was born in probably don't exist anymore. A lot of strange implications there. That's why people are saying they think it might be, but it's not. It's a comet. An interstellar comet, only the third one we've ever seen in all of our history. But with our new telescope, the James Webb Telescope and Hubble, they can gain a lot of good information about things like that we never could do before. So expect a lot of strange things from it. Back to you, Gary. November 8, Whiskey Sugar, 7-3.
Yeah, roger that. It's strange things already, Bill. Thank you for that. Do appreciate it. All right, let's get to XNV Mobile right away. Jeff, good morning. This is AAHCS. What say you?
AAHCS on net. This is November 8 X-Ray, November Victor. Currently Route 20, just east of Norwalk. Going to Norwalk to do some work today. I've got 46 degrees, truck, and rain, of course. Fuel, I had only fuel station that I seen was Marathon at Route 58 and 20 coming out of Elyria. It was 286 there. Anyways, everyone have a safe day, and be careful. This is November 8 X-Ray, November Victor, back to net.
All right, Jeff. Thanks for being here. Do appreciate that. Heading out to Norwalk. Be safe in your travels, man. It gets slickery out there, as we've mentioned before. So take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. I'll bet a bit wet. Clearing with XNV. Let's see. I think W8HRF, Josh, you may be mobile. I'm going to make sure. W8HRF to take it. AAHCS, good morning.
AAHCS, W8HRF. Good morning, Gary, and all the Barometer Netizens. Yes, I am mobile. It is, I don't know, not the worst driving conditions, but it's not fantastic. So, just taking it slow, heading into work. Yesterday was a good beacon net. That was fun, and had some friends over earlier in the evening, had some dinner. He cooked up some awesome hamburgers. Also had some broth and potatoes, so that was delicious. So that's what I brought for lunch today too. So day-old hamburgers aren't as good as right off the skillet, but they're still pretty good. So, anyways, I just wanted to get in and say hello, Gary. Betty's very excited. The shed delivery went very well yesterday. She went to sleep for her nap, and she woke up, and all of a sudden there was a shed in the backyard. She was very intrigued. So, anyways, I'll throw it back to you, sir. Thanks for picking me up. Hope you had a good beer night last night. AA8CS, W8HRF, 73 all.
W8WKY.
Yeah, roger that. Beer night, even on a bad beer night, it's a good beer night, if you know what I mean. W8HRF, mobile. Josh, good talking to you this morning. And I got to tell you, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I almost checked in. I heard you and Lucy. You guys are doing great. You sound fabulous. What a great team. And I just couldn't do it. I really needed to go to bed. Anyway, what I heard was fabulous, and you guys do a great job. Probably shouldn't have admitted that I do listen periodically. W8HRF Mobile, AA8CS. All right, let's see. To the top of the list, K4, oh God, the original gangster. Good morning, Mark. What's up? I think you're heading to Kentucky, or you're already there, if I'm not mistaken. This is AA8CS.
AA8CS, K4OG. Good morning, Gary and everyone. Well, Gary, I first want to say I can relate to Joe when he mentioned he's often overlooked at the restaurants. And, even being in school, I was usually the last one to be picked for a dodgeball lineup. So there you go. I'm going to compare my weather instrument with everyone else's since I got the chance. I got a little Williams cheapie with a sensor outside. So it is Thursday, the 10th month of the 30th. The moon is half full. I think we're supposed to have a spectacular moon coming up this next full moon. I got 990 on the barometer, 990 millibars. It's usually above 1,000 up here. It is now 12 midday Zulu. Outdoor, I got 44.6, 95% humidity. The little weather pictures, I got a cloud with rain. At least I don't have the cloud with the lightning bolt. And, Gary, I just waited till daylight shone a little bit. It looks like this is about what we're going to get most of the day. So I'm good to travel, and I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge after releasing Jim's 15 rattlesnakes out there. Yeah, I'm getting out of town, and we'll let the dust settle, and I'll be back Sunday. K4OG, back to net.
Whiskey 2, Alpha, Juliet, Victor.
All right, Mark. I was hoping when you were talking about your weather instruments that you were talking about your weather rock. That's really what I was interested in, was your weather rock. And I'm sure the weather rock would say, it's raining. All right, W2AJV, I got you in the log. Stand by. And lucky you, sir, you are check-in number 42. The ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything. Yeah, for sure. All right, stand by. Let's see, where are we at? Mark, good to hear from you, man. Always a pleasure. And safe travels. Safe travels. All right, K4OG, we're going to clear with you. Let's see, Thomas, KE8QMP to take it, AA8CS. Good morning.
This is KD8QMP. Good morning, Gary, and everybody on the net, all the listeners too, I'll include. What do I have here today? I've got 47 degrees at this particular time here. It started off about 36. And of course it's rain, so I think it's going to be one of those days. But it could be a lot worse. It could be the white stuff coming down, so I'm not complaining on that. That's about it here, so I'll turn it back to net control. Everybody have a good day, 73, and hopefully get back on tomorrow, see how the day goes. KD8QMP back to net control, and thanks again for picking me up.
All right, Thomas. I think I called KE8, Kilo Echo 8, but I corrected it to KD8 QMP. All right, just wanted to make sure you knew that. And let's see, where are we at? W2AJV to take it. This is AA8CS. Good morning.
Hey, Gary. Good morning, buddy. You're doing a stellar job on the net. This is W2AJV. Good morning to Mark, WB6BJM. And I don't know if JJ is in here or not. If you are JJ, good morning to you also. And our weather down here in southern New Jersey. I am in Camden County, Winslow Township, in a town called Atco, Alpha Charlie, Tango, Oscar, if you want to look me up. And today, our weather is, we have a high today of, let's see, I'm sorry, hang on. Okay, right now it's 59, and it's telling me it feels like 49 out there, high of 67, with a low of 52. So our weather is not much different than yours, but I want to say good morning to everyone on the net, Nancy and OZZ and everybody who checks in. So 7-3 to all of you, and thank you for allowing me to check in. It's W2AJV 7-3 clear.
All right, Anthony. I said you were 42. No, you were actually 32. I checked in before. I didn't. I thought you were a news station breaking in there at the end, but no, you were. Got you the first time around. I called you back. Sorry if you missed that. But anyway, got you in the log, and thanks for stopping by again. I remember you from last week, so thanks for making this a regular stop on your path through ham radio netdom, the netdom, as in kingdom, but netdom. There we go. W2J. I don't know what all that means. W2AJV, we're going to clear with you. Let's pick up Ralph in Stowe, N8BAY to take it, AA8CS. Good morning.
AA8CS, this is N8BAY. Good morning, Gary, and everyone on the net. Things aren't going very well here this morning. I've been trying to order some V-belts for my table saw for about 3 days, and I've never been involved with a more convoluted online approach to ordering. I've talked to them, and they sent me a quote, and it's just horrible. And it's a big company. It's not an off-the-wall company, but I tell you, they have their some of these people have their head up their backside, I think. But anyway, we'll get through it here. Once I get this order placed, I'll be feeling a little more jolly. But I hope everyone has a terrific Thursday, a great rest of their week. AA8CS, this is N8BAY.
All right, Ralph. Just remember one thing. Perseverance is a virtue. So persevere. NABAY, we're going to clear with you, Ralph. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, my friend. We'll talk again real soon. All right, clearing with Ralph. Let's pick up Scott in Vermilion, KE8VOX. Good morning, Scott. How you doing? And CLO, you're on deck.
Good morning, Gary. Good morning, all the listeners. This is KE8VOX, Scott up here on the shores of Lake Erie. Well, it's wet outside, but I can't tell you how much because for some reason my rain gauge won't link up with my weather station. It might have got damaged on that last blow when it got blown over. Still working on that. But got 47.7 degree air temperature. The barometer is coming on down. It's 29.62 right now and still falling. The wind, well, it's between 15 miles an hour and 15 miles an hour out of the southeast. And the lake's rough, probably 4.5 footers out there today. So I think I'll stay on shore today. But, well, what else is going on? That's about it. Don't have a lot of plans for today. I'd like to thank you, Gary and Nick, for going above and beyond with a field day shirt. Totally unexpected, but I was the head of the family lunch Tuesday when I wore it, so I really enjoyed it. But thanks a lot for all you do there, Gary, and totally unexpected, and just happy that you did it. This is KE8VOX, and then back to AA8 Custom Select 73, everyone.
All right, Scott. You know, some people just deserve stuff, you know, and I'm just pleased that I could make that happen. And glad you were the hit at the family luncheon. There you go. That's great news. All right, we're going to clear with you, Scott. Take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, my friend. Enjoy it, even though it's wet. KE8VOX, we're going to clear with you. Let's pick up Mark, KF8CLO. This is AA8CS and YUQ. You're on deck.
Good morning, Ned. Back in over by Van Aken and Lee, and underneath a tree that must be dumping a bucket a minute on the top of my truck because it sure sounds noisy. Sounds like a tin kettle going off. We got inside work today, so I get to sit out here and watch it rain down my windshield all day long. And it's better than sitting at home doing nothing, other than hooking up my the other radio still. I'm just not enthused yet to jump into HF, so maybe this winter I'll get into it pretty good. Other than that, great day for ducks and great day for the net. 73 is all, and back to you, Gary.
KF8, AA8CS. Well, I got to tell you, Mark, once you get bit by the HF bug, it ain't going away. It ain't. That's a real word, you know. KF8CLO, we're going to clear with you, Mark. Take care. Have a terrific Thursday. We'll talk soon. Clearing with CLO, let's pick up Philip in River Styx, KE8YUQ. This is AA8CS. Good morning.
Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Quebec. It's a beautiful sunny day here in River Styx. Oh, that must be in a different dimension. Nice and wet out here, and letting the chickens out and enjoying this beautiful day. Every day's a beautiful day. So, with that, back to you, and enjoy everyone. Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Quebec.
All right. Yeah, that's what KAMX used to say. beautiful downtown Firestone Park. Sunny and 75 with his barometer under no pressure whatsoever. Yep. We miss you, Dick. And thank you, Philip. Thanks for that, and do appreciate that. You know, value add, little chicken sound in the background. Love it. Reminds me of when the roosters used to crow down on the farm with KD8SLG. Yeah, very nice, very nice. All right, let me take a moment. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net. Name here is Gary. The call, AA8CS. Now, if you've been paying attention, this next check-in is going to acquire the status of being check-in number 42, which I've mentioned earlier, is the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything. I'm looking for check-in number 42 and beyond. This is AA8CS, and I'm listening.
Kilo Charlie 8, November Oscar Victor, AC8 NOV Margie Mobile, in and out.
KP8LJ.
Kilo Foxtrot
6. Peace on Earth, Christian and Bass.
LKC8, Fox Queen, Victor, returning, KSFQV.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf
Kilo
with
8,
the recheck.
Papa Juliet Whiskey, K8PJW.
November 8, Whiskey Lima Golf, in and out.
ELA, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Lima Alpha, Zach and Dalton.
All right, nicely done. We have a couple rechecks. KC8FQV's back with us. K4OG back with us. KB8LJ got you in the log. Let's see, Marty, KC8NOV Mobile, I have you in and out, and you were, by the way, you were check-in number 42. Got you in and out, Marty. Congratulations. The ultimate answer. There you go. Then KB8LJ, KF6POE, K8PJW, N8WLG was in and out, and KF8ELA. Zach, I have you last but certainly not least. All right, let's get our rechecks in here. K4OG to take it. AA8CS, Mark, you're on deck.
AA8CS, K4OG. Thank you, Gary. I'm behind the hill. Hopefully the transmission's okay. We'll make it quick. I forgot to tell you, Gary, the most important thing yesterday. We got a new vendor introducing some new products to First Energy, and that's going to be happening today, but I gave him a little flea circus show yesterday until the vendor shows up. And during that time, the bigwig was talking about an intern. Well, she's with First Energy, but this young lady is studying for her ham license. Her whole family, her brother and stuff are. So I mentioned Sarah and gave her a link to our last meeting, actually a link to all the meetings. Told her where we met. She said she was only 30 minutes away from there. So the little lady's name is Renee, and hopefully we'll get her. She'll be a good ass. 4OG Net.
All right, Mark, thanks for that. Do appreciate it. And you're a great ambassador, that's for sure. All right, clearing with OG. KC8FQV. Mark, go ahead. This is AA8CS.
Hey, Gary, see, I think AVMO was in there, and see, there's something else was in there, too, before you come to me, KCFQV.
All right, Mark, that's fine. Thank you for that. I'm going to put you at the back of the bus if you don't mind. AB8MO, if I missed you on the callback, please come now. Andy, AB8MO, you out there? All right, nothing heard. KB8LJ, go ahead and take it there, Chuck. This is AA8CS and POE. You're on deck.
AA8CS and the group from KB8LJ. First of all, I want to thank you, Gary, for all that you do for the net and so on. And I wound up here with a question for K4OG, because after all, we are the Barometer Net, so it's only appropriate, in my way of looking at things, that we should occasionally talk about barometers. And way back when I was in high school, I got the bright idea that I would build myself a mercury barometer. After all, it's idiot simple, nothing to it. Well, it wasn't nearly as simple as I thought, but I got it built. And in fact, I still got the thing sitting down in my basement. But K4OG is always telling us exactly what the pressure is. And I know one thing about barometers. They have to be calibrated based on altitude. And K4OG is always reporting very accurate readings like 1,002.1 millibars or something like that. And I'm just wondering how it all works, because if that barometer isn't calibrated, it's lying to you. And just curious about it. Also on the topic of weather, I think it's quite interesting that in the last month, at least in my QTH, and it's probably true pretty much throughout all of northeastern Ohio, the wind almost always has an easterly component to it. And in most of my lifetime, it's relatively rare for the wind to have an easterly component. So that's something for all of the weather experts to think about. This is KB8LJ, back to net.
All right, Chuck. I'm sure Mark's on top of his game. I'm pretty sure. I mean, after all, who else has a weather rock that is as accurate as his? Seriously. KB8LJ, we're going to clear with you. Christian, good morning to you, sir. KF6POE with PJW on deck. This is AA8CS.
AA8CS, this is Kilo Foxtrot 6, Peace on Earth. I went down a memory rabbit hole yesterday and remembered when I got my ham license when I was 24 years old, and now I'm about to be 52 years old next week. And I went down the entire thing and realized how I've kept up with this. And now at work, nobody's heard of ham radio, but I mention it every single day. And they're like, what's ham radio? You know, the young people. And so it's kind of exciting to kind of, like you said, be an ambassador for ham radio and keep it going forward. I remember when they canceled Morse code for like Tech Plus, I think it was called. And then I was like, still no, we're not canceling Morse code. Nope, CW is still a thing. And then it got bigger. 40 meters has been very quiet lately, as far as I have seen. But in any case, I'm excited about studying about the comet, the interstellar, that's coming around. And it's great to hear everyone out here. Thank you so much for doing such a great job, and this club is fantastic. Have a tremendous Thursday. 73s. Kilo Foxtrot 6, Papa Oscar Echo.
All right, Christian. I'll go with what you said. Tremendous. Yeah, tremendous. I like that. Or thoroughly terrific, whichever one you want. Both of them work. I agree. Yeah, being an ambassador for ham radio is a good thing. It's a good thing. Sometimes people come around, like this young lady, Renee, that Mark was talking about. All right, so we'll see how all that plays out. Thanks for being here, Christian, and thanks for being check-in number 44. Nice job. All right, clearing with POE. Let's pick up K8PJW and ELA. You're on deck.
AAACS, K8PJW. Good morning, Gary, and good morning to the Barometer netizens out there on this thoroughly terrific Thursday. Yeah, we're waking up today at 46 degrees and heading up to 49, 51 tomorrow. So we've had about a half an inch of rain so far, and it's predicted to rain for the rest of the day. So we'll keep our slickers on and all that stuff. Let's see, barometer's at 29.71, and we lost a few more cents on gas. We're at 2.35 now. Woohoo! So early voting's still going on, 7:30 to 7:30 all the way through Saturday, and then 1 to 5 on Sunday. You can't apply for an absentee ballot or a mail-in ballot anymore. You have to either go in person early or go in person on the day of. So more information on summitcountydoe.gov. Let's see. So we had a fun Rotary event last night. We went to X Golf in Solon. That's pretty cool. You got to smack your golf at a screen, and it tells you where the ball went and all that kind of stuff. And of course, we did the heavy apps and the adult beverages, and it was just a blast. And today we're going to meet up with some friends at Fun Buffet. We've never been there before. It's right here in Twinsburg. It's a Chinese buffet restaurant, so it'll be interesting to see how they're doing. Besides that, we're just going to keep on knocking off the things on the winter prep to-do list. So with that, I'll take a break for time. Okay, so in 1888, John L. Loud patents the ballpoint pen. 1894, a patent was granted to Daniel Cooper for the Workman's Time Recorder, commonly known as the punch clock, and I'm pretty sure many of us have had to operate that thing a time or two. 1938, Orson Welles' realistic radio dramatization of a Martian invasion of Earth, The War of the Worlds, is broadcast on the radio and had a lot of people running for the shelters and bunkers and all that kind of stuff. With that, and that's the way it was, this is KPJW. Back to the net.
All right, Phil, very good. Also, I want to give you a shout-out for volunteering with the Board of Elections. You do a lot of good work out there in Twinsburg, my friend, and it does not go unnoticed. All right, and thanks for the history lesson. Always look forward to it. K8PJW, we're going to clear with you. Let's pick up Zach, KF8ELA. Good morning, Zach. What say you, my friend?
AAHCS and the net. This is KF8ELA. Good morning, everyone. We are starting our day off with 46 degrees and rain. It seemed like Dalton was in a bubble last night. Heard everybody talking about the rain, but we didn't get any until later in the evening. But it's definitely raining now. So anyway, I am taking the kids to the center and preschool, and then I've got the day off. We've had a busy season at work, and so we're going to take the next 2 days off and recoup a little bit. So I've got some projects around the house to work on, and we're just going to try and enjoy the day. Anyway, that's all I've got, so I'll send it back. This is KF8ELA.
All right, Zach, thanks for that. Thanks for being here, and enjoy your day. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, because it is thoroughly terrific, and work hard, have fun. That's what my dad used to say. You got to be doing both or something's not right. Work hard, have fun. All right, KF8 ELA. We're going to clear with you, Zach. Take care. Brings us to the bottom of my list. Let's get KC8FQV back in here. Good morning, Mark. What say you?
All right, morning, Gary. Yeah, I don't know where it left off or what happened. Well, I know what happened. The Ohio Edison, they don't really like talking, and they don't want to keep their equipment up good. You know, because there's Greg, YYS, I think it is, who's in Kent. When power companies need help when they have massive outages, he said that, yeah, they had a guy in there from out of state helping restore power, and the guy said to him, yeah, that transformer should have been replaced years ago. And they came into Aurora. They were talking about upgrading the substation in Aurora Hudson. And our one council member up in the city said, why is our electric always going out in the northeast part of Aurora? And she said, well, actually, your electric's coming from Manaway. And said, well, the one crew just goes repairs it, but there's another crew that rebuilds and engineers it. So that we keep, I think, hitting in. So that would happen there. Then, you know, another thing, you know, the one station was talking about the lines on the road. Yeah, when the park was here in 2000, they did a major evaluation of 43 in the study to widen it from the center of town out to Jogga Lake. And of course, it got done after they closed, but that when they striped the road, the one council member said to the service director, where did my lines go? And he said, well, they changed the formulation. The EPA wanted them to. Yeah, our good old EPA. You know, so that's where the lines went to. Yeah, and I noticed that. I liked the lines before they started doing that change. Them lines, they popped out when it was raining and really coming down. You could still see the lines on the road. And then, of course, the other thing I had, last night I was listening to the net, checked into the Beacon Net, and Josh and Lucy were doing it, and one of them said, yeah, check the WB8 CXO's feed and see how you sound. I made that comment when you were running the net back in, you ran two nets back to back for the club, and you were having some stations were weak, and they were at the end of the way out there, and I made that comment, and KD8 SLG came back and said, you don't know what you're listening to, Mark, you don't know what you're listening to, and that's why I've been on this sort of on and off. Do I want to be with this group? I mean, it's a good group, and you are.
All right, Mark. I think you disappeared again.
I heard you say I disappeared again. I don't know. But yeah, Ohio Edison said, you know, I looked at the map and it said more crews have got to be sent out. I think they have one guy that goes, well, a team that goes out, you know, a two-man crew. They never send one guy, I don't think. I think there's always two guys that go out, I would think. So, but when they get into a bigger job, they request more people to come, you know, because they got a garage up here in Highland Road, so they got garages all over the place. But yeah, then what happened? Power went out. So, but then with the, you know, when I heard you said, I don't know where he went, so I came back. You know, last night, listening to the net, Josh and said, Lucy, one of them said, yeah, check the feed out on WB8 CXO. And I, you know, mentioned that back in when you were running the net in July or August,
and you were having some stations that were cutting in and out, and I said, when it was my turn to check in, I gave my trivia answer, and then I made the comment about check to see how you sound with WBCXO, and it came in after I was done. He said, you don't know what you're listening to. Because KD8SLG, and that's why I've been on and off with, if I want to be with the group. But the group is a good group of guys. So I'll send it back your way, KSFQV.
All right, Mark, thanks for that. We will talk to you again tomorrow, I bet. All right, this is Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, Barometer Net. The name here is Gary. The call, AA8CS. We're going to make this the last call. Last call, please, for the thoroughly terrific Thursday. Well, I'm going to modify that. Terrific Thursday today. Terrific Thursday. Come on down. If you'd like to join us, it's not too late. This is AA8CS.
Thank you, Gary. This is AB8AV. I'm going to be in and out.
AA8CS in the net, Whiskey 8 Tango Delta.
November 8, Juliet, Kilo Oscar, Joe and Willoughby checking in.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8, VZA, Eric in Strongsville, coming at you. Cross band, repeat.
All right, nicely done. AB8AV was in and out. W8TD, John, looking forward to your dead reckoning positioning there, big guy. W8TD, N8JKO, Joe, good morning to you, and via cross-band repeat, Eric, good morning. Reminds me of somebody. Does, really does. KE8VZA, stand by, we'll get right to you. All right, to the top, W8TD. What do you say, John? Where you at? What's going on? Have you seen any icebergs? This is AA8CS.
AA8CS in the net, W8TD. It felt like we should be seeing icebergs there a few days. But the ocean part of the thing is just about over. We're, I think, less than 500 kilometers from Kushiro, northern tip of Japan. Around 40 degrees, 41 minutes north, which is not very far south of you guys. You're just barely above 41. And about 150 degrees east. Headed pretty much straight west. Didn't take my usual notes. I just woke up. It's 9:30 p.m. here, and I dropped off waiting for the net. Winds are down to about 14 knots now, which is about the least they've been. It's been a windy crossing. And we're 2,989 nautical miles from Ketchikan, which is where we turned west to do the crossing. Spend today at Kushiro, tomorrow at another port city just south of that I can't pronounce, and then one sea day while we make a longer chunk down to Yokohama, where we will get thrown off the ship, transported to Tokyo somehow, and fly home from there. So it's nearly over, guys. You won't have to listen to these drawn-out reports anymore pretty soon. And currently I have nothing else booked anytime soon, so you'll be listening to me on the radio as it should be, or as it's supposed to be. Again, get away from this telephone stuff. Hope to talk to everybody soon. I might even be home in time for the Tuesday night net. I'm on the wrong side of the international date line, so it's confusing to me what day it is here compared to what day it is there. But we'll talk to everybody. AAHCS and the net. WATD, almost no longer Maritime Mobile.
All right, John. You know, I got to tell you, I think everyone enjoys the reports, and I like the positioning thing. I kind of put a little dot on my map up here as to where, within the whatever the calibration is on the end of a dry erase marker. I'm sure it takes up a few degrees, but anyway, we'll get you at 40.41. By 150 east, yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, John. Safe travels, my friend. Have a great flight home, and we'll talk to you again real soon. WATD, we're going to clear with you. Let's pick up Joe in JKO. This is AAHCS, and Eric, you're on deck.
Good morning, Net Control, and good morning, everybody on the net. This is NHJKO up here in Willoughby, Ohio. We've got 47 degrees, and yes, it is a little wet. It's going to be wet, and it's going to continue to be wet today. I think we got a theme here, but we're going to have a great day anyway. Going to see the grandkids after school. Always love to spend time with them, and they're growing so fast. It's like I'm sure that I will notice it when I see them today. Otherwise, things are going well, and I will send it back to Net Control with best wishes to everyone. Please take care. God bless, and 7-3. NHJKO, back to Net Control.
Hey, JKO, this is AAHCS. All right, Joe, thanks for that. You take care. Thoroughly terrific Thursday it is, so have one. We're going to clear with JKO. Let's see what Eric's up to. Crossband repeating. Good morning, Eric. What say you? KE8VZA to take it. AAHCS on this end.
AAHCS in the group. KE8VZA here. And crossband repeating on an FTM 300, no less. Just like the master. Anyway, just looking out the window here, and I don't know if it's the light or the colors of the leaves have changed slightly since yesterday morning. Either is possible. Probably both are true. And it's just really nice. I took a picture of it. It's beautiful. There's no sun here. You know, it's obviously overcast. It is raining. And my single mode weather station has 48 degrees on it. Forward K9 weather observer came back wet, so he did confirm what I was seeing through the window that it is raining. And good beacon net last night. I dozed off right before Lucy called me, and I did hear my call sign this time. So I snapped awake, gave my trivia answers, and I couldn't think of anything else to say. So it was kind of funny. Anyway, Josh and Lucy do a good job on the Josh and Lucy show there. And I think that's about it. Big W at home today, and going to get some things done. Made a major headway on a project yesterday. I'm going to hopefully bring it home today. We'll see. But anyway, everybody have a great day, terrific Thursday, and stay dry. KE8VZA back to Alpha Alpha 8 Custom Select.
All right, Eric. Repeating, tip of the hat to our good friend N8XLQ. Thanks for that, Eric. Makes me feel good. All right, I'm at the bottom of my list. You know what? We are so close. We are so close to 55. We are so close. Yeah, double nickel. What do you think? Can we do it? I need 2 check-ins. Anybody out there want to check in? We'll give Carrie number 55 today. AAHCS, listening for 2, like Noah said, only 2.
November Tango 8 Delta, mobile.
WA7KOE, mobile. I'll be in and out.
All right. I paused there. I would take more than 2, unlike Noah. But thank you, Dave, NT8D. And I want to confirm WA7KOE. Is that correct? Kilo Oscar Echo, over.
Affirmative, you got it. This is Craig. I'm mobile in Canton. I'll be in and out.
All right, Craig. Thanks for that. Do appreciate it. And NT8D, Dave Mobile. Go ahead, Dave. What do you have for us? And thanks for being number 42. Craig's 43. I'll be 44. Guess who's 55? Yeah, there you go. What do you say, Dave? This is, I'm sorry. Yeah, Dave. NT8D. This is AAHCS. Good morning.
Good morning there, Gary. It's been a long time since I've had number 42. Maybe that means it's going to be a good day. I'm heading up to Case Western to work on a piano for their dance department. Traffic's moderately heavy north on 77. Good amount of rain, but we're making progress. Great net this morning, and hello to our closer coming up. NT8D Mobile back to net.
All right, Dave. Safe travels out there, buddy. And you're 52. Not 42. Sorry. That was KC8NOV Mobile. That was Marty. He was in and out today. Still, lucky guy, 42. All right. Kerry, we did it, man. We certainly did it. I'm going to turn it to you for the close. W8CTM, number 55 today. This is AAHCS.
Good morning, Gary, and good morning to all the check-ins and listeners out there on this thoroughly terrific, wet, rainy Thursday. But it's still Thursday, and 55. That's well, you know, actually yesterday we got 56. So I was 56 yesterday, I believe. But it's been a great week. I'll tell you, it's been great nets every day. It's been really a good week. But it's raining today, so won't be any trike riding today, that's for sure. But I did turn 2,300 miles on it a couple days ago, it was a couple days ago. I turned 2,300 miles on it, so it's been a good year for e-trike riding for sure. And it is fun to play with. Anyway, I really don't have anything this morning. It's other than it's going to be a rainy day, and it looks like it'll be an indoor day. So that's the way it works here. So anyway, that's all I have, so I'll say 73. This is W8CTM, Kerry at Portage Lakes. Everybody have a terrific Thursday out there, and avoid the rain if you can, but it doesn't look like it's going to be avoidable today. It looks like it's an all-day event. I've picked up 94 hundredths of an inch, so almost got an inch here, and probably within the hour we'll reach the inch mark. So that's 73 all, and back to AA Custom Select to wrap it up. Everybody have a great day, and over to you, Gary.
All right, Kerry, congratulations on the double nickel there, and yeah, great net. I enjoy this net immensely. I enjoy this net. Everybody does a great job. It's a fun net, and for the most part, we stay out of each other's way, which is always a good thing. All right. I want to remind everybody that this net does meet regularly Monday through Saturday, starting at the ungodly hour, 7 a.m. It runs about an hour-ish. Be a regular check-in. Keep this fabulous net alive. After all, it is the premier drive time net in northeastern Ohio. This is the W8WKY repeater. The frequency, 147.39 megahertz. The location, Doylestown, Ohio. The PL, 114.8. The name here is Gary. The call is Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra. Wow. I remember all that stuff. Anyway, I return this repeater back to regular and standard amateur radio. U73, everybody. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. And you know why? Because it is. This is AA8CS. I'm out the door. 73 all. Have a terrific Thursday. I'll be clear. AA8CS.
Hey, Gary, before Mark gets to you, Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform, Quebec.
W8WKY.
Whoa, there's the mic. Yeah, no, I think Mark's already got to me today. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. This is AA8CS.
We always talk about the 42 number. Did you catch a while back what Elon Musk did with AI?
I did not, but I am curious. Go ahead.
Elon Musk sold his AI to the government for use as a contract of 42 cents. And he said that was in honor of the 42 number.
Oh, my. Okay, well, here's what I got to check that one out. Wow. Yeah, the ultimate answer. The ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything. There you go. Wow. Okay, I'm going to check it out. Thanks for the tidbit. Do appreciate it. Anything else?
Oh, just have a good day. Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform, Quebec. Mark, you're out there. There you go.
KEAYUQ, AA8CS. Thanks, Philip, and do appreciate the tidbit, though. Really do. I'm going to check that out. All right, going to go out and feed the dog. This is AA8CS. I'm clear.
Whiskey Tango Delta listening on .39.
Whiskey 8 Tango Delta from KB8LJ. Well, be looking forward to seeing you back and hearing all the scuttlebutt on the interesting adventure you've been having in the last month and a half. I'm an old Air Force guy, not a Navy guy, so the idea of bouncing around across the ocean doesn't have a tremendous appeal to me, but still it sounds like it could have been a darned interesting experience. KB8LJ.
W8WKY.
Well, hello, Chuck. KB8LJ, W8TD. Just was on the net a few minutes ago and told people where we were headed next, and it turns out I was lying. I said we were going to dock at Cushy Row in about 12 hours, and it turns out we are behind schedule due to some diversions during the crossing to avoid weather, and we're not going to get to Cushy Row on time, so we're skipping it. And our next port will be, I think it's pronounced Hakodate. So, what's new and exciting with Chuck?
Yeah, well, John, not all that much is tremendously new and exciting. You probably heard me. This morning I decided to raise the issue of, if we're the Barometer Net, the least we could do is occasionally talk about barometers. And so I, in fact, did that. And I'll be curious to hear how K4OG has solved the calibration problem on his barometer, because if you don't get it right, the barometer is going to lie to you about exactly what the pressure is and what's going on. Although one thing about it is quite forgiving, that even if it's calibrated wrong, if you're really interested in monitoring the changes in barometric pressure, the changes will still be there. Just the absolute readings will be wrong. So, W8TD from KB8LJ.
Very cool, Chuck. Well, actually what happened was I got up early, or I wasn't up, it's evening here. But I was there for the 6 a.m. early round table, and then the 6:30 gym show comes on, and I was waiting for that to end and we could go on with the net, and I fell asleep, so I missed most of the net, Chuck. I'm afraid I missed your transmission. And I don't know a lot about barometers, but I know that we care whether they're rising or falling. And as you say, even if your absolute numbers are incorrect, your trends would be fine. Most of what I know about for the last 8 or 9 days, for the last 8 or 9 days, I've been listening to the captain tell us that we're going to be into higher pressure tomorrow. It's going to get better, and it hasn't.
Well, if that's the mind of a salesman at work, it's always interesting to deal with the fanatical salesman, where everything is going to be great. I remember the story that was recounted to me many, many years ago about a guy who, actually a lady went to see the doctor, and the doctor asked her, and he said, well, looks like you're still a virgin. How are you getting along with your husband? And she said, oh, it's wonderful. He get along with him a lot better than I did with the previous two. And it turns out that the previous two were guys that One of them immediately got killed in an auto accident, and another one got killed in a plane crash. But that left her with husband number 3, and he said, well, how on earth can all this be? You're saying that everything is perfect. And she said, well, it's really very simple. My current husband is an IBM salesman, and all he does is tell me how great it's going to be. So, W8TD from KB8LJ.
Okay, nice one, Chuck. Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind the seas, and I don't even mind the wind now that it's getting warmer. So it's been a great cruise. My big disappointment is that I brought all this radio gear and antennas. I thought I was going to be on the air this trip. Never done that in all these years. I've never bothered. It just seemed like it was the right time. So I got all this stuff here and I can't play with it because the wind is too fierce out there for my antennas. So I plan to try again on the last leg of the trip, which is, well, I've been confused about dates ever since we crossed the date line, so I won't tell you what day it'll be, but it'll be Monday here. Or no, it'll be Sunday here. And I don't know what day it'll be there, but I hope to get on the air then, because we'll be much closer inland, hopefully still out in international waters, but hopefully not with the weather. So yeah, I think they made a few very minor diversions in order to try to miss some weather cells, and just wound up putting us behind schedule. We can't arrive late to a port because that goofs everything up. We're supposed to go through customs when we got there, so we wouldn't have arrived in time to do that, so we're just going to have to bypass it and go on to the next. Due to weather and whatever else, it's not that unusual for a cruise voyage to miss a port. Oddly enough, in all these years, it's only happened to me 2 or 3 times. So, oh well. And this isn't a port I knew anything at all about and had any plans for, so doesn't affect me much. Although I was thinking about going out tomorrow once we're docked and hopefully out of the wind and setting up an antenna and at least listening. Can't transmit because I don't have a Japanese license, but I guess I won't be doing that. And that went longer than I meant. I hope I didn't time anything out. KB8LJ W8TD.
No, John, you were perfect. You didn't time anything out, and most of us have kind of learned to get the hang of it, and you kind of sense when it's time to shut up and retreat before the timer gets you. And we have an interesting group of characters here. Like I've been trying to figure out how to handle the personal box hunt that I've got going, because it seems that no matter what net I'm on or what time of the day or night, KC8 FQV is there just before I get there, and I'm convinced he's got a tracker on me, and I've been searching all over the place trying to find where the tracker is, so he at least at some point in time won't know where I am, but no success in finding the tracker. W8TD from KB8LJ.
Well, there are people wondering how I'm suddenly constantly here. Part of it is I am on more when I'm here. I have less to do otherwise, and the schedule's different. I no longer have to wake up at 6 a.m. to talk with the 6 a.m. group because it's 8 p.m. the day before. I have to get up at 7 for the Barometer Net because it's 9 p.m. the day before. Even the Beacon Net, which normally I'm in bed by the time it gets on the air, and that's late morning net for me now. So I can check into everything if I want to, and I have been. So if folks are getting a little tired of my presence, the good news is I'll be back to my normal routine very, very soon. Sadly, I always hate it when a trip ends, and we're winding down. It's Thursday night here, and Monday morning I get booted off the ship. That's always a sad moment for me. All these years I've never quite been ready to get off of a ship when it was time so to do. And I hope my enthusiasm remains. But I do hope I get a chance to play radio. I mean, I always tell people, enjoy your cruise. You can talk on the radio at home, and here I am doing the opposite of what I advise, or trying to and failing. KP8LJ W8TD.
Well, we always have these interesting experiences. I kind of remember the time many decades ago when my daughter said, I want to take you kayaking on a lake right outside of Bellingham, Washington. I said, okay, it sounds reasonable. I had some experience with a canoe, and that shouldn't be that big a deal. Well, when you start dealing with a kayak and you have zero training and zero experience in them, knowing something about a canoe it doesn't help you one iota. Because the jerk that rented me the kayak, he took my money and he said, well, your kayak's down there at the end of the dock. So I go down to the end of the dock and start trying to get into the kayak. And after capsizing the thing about a half a dozen times and rescuing myself and getting the knack of it somehow or other sort of getting into the kayak, had a little bit of a problem. I had left the paddle on the dock, and so I had to go through the whole exercise all over again, and capsizing a bunch of times and getting the paddle, and finally I was able to paddle away from the dock, and I managed to handle it. But the truth of the matter was, because of all the capsizing, I really wasn't paddling a kayak. I was paddling essentially a half-submerged submarine. And later on, some people told me how to use a kayak, and it was kind of fun. But if you don't know what you're doing, you got a problem. W8TD from KB8LJ.
Yes, oops, I keep hearing beeps. But I guess I'm here. This connection can drop due to the ship's internet, so I think I'm hooked up at the moment. Yeah, sometimes you don't know what you're doing. Things don't go as planned. So it turns out the next ship I'm scheduled on, which isn't for months, so that won't be anytime soon, is one of those that is not registered in the Bahamas, which is unusual. Most mainstream cruise ships are registered in Nassau. So on my next voyage, the license that I got for this voyage won't work. So once I get home, I'll have to start working on getting a Bermuda ham license, so I can operate from that ship. And I'm sure I'll be able to. That one's a shorter trip and a farther south trip. And we shouldn't get into the wild and woolly stuff like this Northern Pacific trip did. So if I don't get anything done this trip, I'll still bring my junk next time and try again. Presuming that it's a different cruise line, so if I even get their permission to operate from the ship, I didn't have any trouble getting it here. One of the reasons they bring me on is to talk to people about ham radios, so they should want me to do a demonstration. And I missed dinner. It's, what is it? Oh, a little after 10. And all the normal dining rooms are closed, but there's pub food available. I think I'm going to go get some pub food for dinner. But we'll look forward to talking to you again. I should be on for the Barometer Net next time it happens. Tomorrow night, I guess. Okay. Unless it's Sunday, in which case I won't be there, but I don't think it is. There. KP8LJ, W8TD.
Okay, John, it's been great talking to you, especially the fun of talking to you on UHF radio when you're on the other side of the earth. Not bad at all, but I've got some things that I got to get with this morning, so I think I had best say my 73s and wish you a great trip back to boring and mundane Wadsworth. W8TD from KB8LJ.
Good night or good morning, depending on which end of the conversation you're at. And I'll be back to Ohio. At least I'm not going back to crummy fall weather, because I've been in crummy fall weather all this time. So it'll be more of the same. 73 W8TD.